morning, everyone. This is Mark Leibovit from VRTrader.com, Leibovit VR newsletters, with an ESIGNAL tutorial here for this Monday morning, August 31st. As a reminder, here at ESIGNAL, a 1-month free trial is available to the Leibovit volume reversal indicator. There are 3 versions of the indicator: the sequential version, which posts all positive and negative VRs, which is what I use during these video presentations. The directional version, which filters out repetitive volume reversals and also shows you some stop points, and the 2-day version, which is based on the premise that following a negative or positive volume reversal, you tend to get movement in the direction of the VR for at least a couple trading days. So those are all 3 available here at ESIGNAL, and I encourage you to sign up for the Leibovit volume reversal indicator if you have none done so already. Meanwhile, we're going to jump over to our chart, but a little background here. You're looking at Arch Coal. Billionaire investor George Soros, who has demonized fossil fuels for years through his think tanks and political contributions, seems to have warmed up to big coal now that stocks are dirt cheap. The left-wing hedge fund legend has raised eyebrows with major purchases recently of stocks of 2 large coal companies, firms his critics say he helped bring to their knees. While buying low is the hallmark of a shrewd investor, buying coal goes against the political and environmental ideology Soros has so long espoused. Obama's global warming hoax has hurt domestic coal production, as many of you know. Soros brought 1 million shares of Peabody Energy, BTU, which was selling for about $90 a share when Obama became president. Let's just back up to that chart for a second so you can see what the Peabody is doing here. Though we're talking about ACI this morning, Peabody was trading just around $1 a share here in the last few weeks. And if we look at the monthly chart, you can see here that it was way back in 2008 correctly just around that $89, $90 level. So really cheap down here compared to where it's been, that's for sure. Let's put up ACI here. A little more background here. Soros also reportedly bought 500,000 shares of Arch Coal, which we're now looking at, which is grossly undervalued. Supposedly, Soros presumably would be selling these shares off for a hefty future profit, and the rally got underway immediately when Arch Coal announced an extension of its negotiations with bondholders. Then investors discovered that the Soros Fund management recently bought shares in ECI and the BTU. Meanwhile, we traded ACI and BTU this week at VRTrader.com, and here we're giving a little insight to what our thought process is. And as you can see, there could be even greater upside potential. But look at the ACI. We had generated our first positive volume reversal back here on July 30th. The stochastic was starting to rise. As you know, I try to use that 533 stochastic as a confirming indicator. We got another positive VR here. This was on August 17th. The stochastic took off within a day, and we've had a huge move here. We jumped in this past week, and we made quite a bit in it. I think it was like 4 points in ACI. A little pullback here. I would suggest it probably is a buy, because again, if you look at that monthly chart, which we didn't put that up. We put up the BTU a moment ago. I mean, this stock, unless these numbers are way off, is $770 a share, and you know, what to get down to here? You know, $1. I mean, you know, just on a technical rally, you would think, you know, this thing is good for 10 or 20 points to the upside if there's any talk of any turn in the coal industry or anything significant. So a lot of action here in ACI. You can see why we jumped in. We heard about the news story, but we saw the volume, and it became a self-feeding buying frenzy here, so to speak. So I would suggest that if ACI pulls back the 735, this little peak here, or maybe down to this 520 area, you would have a nice alternate entry point. Meanwhile, there is resistance here. This is the 200-day moving average around 1060. It is trading above the 50-day here, which is way down there at $3. So it's in play, and that's really what you have to be looking at here short term. Meanwhile, jumping back to VRTrader.com here in closing, we do offer several services at VRTrader.com. We offer our VR Silver Letter, which is our daily market commentary, our Platinum, which combines that plus specific recommendations like the Arch Coal and the Peabody. We have our Leibovit VR Gold Letter, which is out weekly, covering all natural resources, not just gold. We have our VR Forecaster, which is our cyclical forecast for the major markets. Our new Vice Letter, which covers many of the cannabis stocks. And of course, don't forget about our book, The Trader's Book of Volume, which is our definitive guide to volume trading. Also, I want to tell you about the Wall Street Raw radio show. The show is aired on the Genesis Communication Network, gcnlive.com, so you may want to check in on Saturday mornings. It goes live at 10 o'clock Eastern Time at gcnlive.com, and we are adding affiliate stations as time goes forward. Thank you for checking in, and don't forget to sign up here at eSignal for our free trial if you haven't signed up already. Thank you for checking in.